Fortunate to have a lot of support in the community, and it's just a way to give back.
Is there a limit to how many days they can come in?
They can come every day if they want.
The promotion will run until the government is back open.
An 18-year-old died from injuries after a hit-and-run crash. Police are reporting that Taryn Cagle was hit from behind in Mount Pleasant on Monday night and thrown into a ditch. The driver never stopped. Officers do not know how long Cagle was there unconscious. Police say they found the van involved in Kenosha, and that ultimately led them to the suspect. They have a 71-year-old man in custody, and he is expected to be charged sometime today. Well, starting today, provocative billboards with a powerful message will begin popping up around southeast Wisconsin.
The goal is to raise awareness about sex trafficking in Wisconsin. The Lacey's Hope Project says Wisconsin is the third worst state in the country for sex trafficking, with cases reported in every county of the state. The billboards are meant to grab your attention with messages such as, "You can order her faster than a pizza," or "I slept with your politicians, fathers, and financial titans against my will."
Milwaukee County Zoo defending its future elephant exhibit after an animal rights group claims that it was one of the worst zoos for elephants. Renderings show the elephant exhibit expansion as part of a new Adventure Africa. It's slated to open in May. But a group called In Defense of Animals claims the exhibit does nothing to help elephants who don't belong in captivity, much less in Wisconsin.
The list is kind of spotlighting these conditions and the resulting diseases, the premature deaths and shortened lifespans that elephants can experience in captivity.
Milwaukee County Zoo released a statement saying that the staff follows animal care and welfare guidelines, also saying, quote, "The exhibit will give visitors an educational experience with elephants and in turn help make possible the field conservation, research, and habitat restoration necessary to protect wild populations." The zoo also points out that it is one of the few facilities to be accredited through a national organization for its care of elephants. The animal rights group wants the elephants retired. At noon, the Washington County Board of Supervisors is planning to take a special referendum under advisement tonight.
They're looking to designate a memorial in Kewaskum as the official 9/11 memorial for the county. Sean Gallagher reports.
This steel beam in Kewaskum is worth much more than its weight. It's one of the beams from the Twin Towers that fell on 9/11, and it's to remember the loss of one of their own.
This isn't a memorial to my daughter nor to one person.
Gordon Haberman's daughter Andrea was killed on September 11th, but he knows this memorial will honor the dead, those still dying, and those who defended our country.
I think this memorial is important as a touchstone to an event that happened in the past that is still affecting America today.
Haberman spoke to a crowd this past September 11th, most of which were not born or have no memory of that fateful day.
But it's important for students to learn that on an event that fortunately they can have no conscious recollection of it, that they know that this happened. On this day, life changed in this country.
This is not just a memorial. This is our lives.
Andrew Johnson's son was killed while serving in Afghanistan. He hopes this site's designation will help legitimize this memorial and help raise funds for construction.
It's going to be a place that will be definitely you will know that it's 9/11 memorial, and we want it distinctly to be seen that way.
While the images of that day are seared into everyone's minds, Haberman hopes people can learn more about what the day triggered going forward.
It will also be a testament to the goodness of the American people and how they responded after 9/11.
The Washington County Board of Supervisors will vote on the resolution tonight at 6 in West Bend. In Washington County, Sean Gallagher, today's TMJ4.
Sean, thanks very much. Still ahead, Brian Niznansky in with our full storm team forecast.
Then the reason one area ice rink will not be reopening this skating season.
You're watching today's TMJ4 with Vince Petrano, Elise Preston, and Storm Team 4 meteorologist Brian Niznansky.
13 minutes after the mid-hour, and Brian's back with a look at our very cold Storm Team forecast.
Yeah, no kidding. You told me the high today, and we were inside, but I instantly got cold.
Well, I didn't get to the low yet. The low's going
to Don't tell her.
It's going to keep you here all night.
Let me close my ears.
Don't tell her.
Get the sleeping bag. You won't leave the building until tomorrow morning. No.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Ski Hills back in action. across southeastern Wisconsin. We do have the snow guns on at the Rock Snow Park. It's been fun watching these ski resorts all morning long across southeastern Wisconsin. Little Switzerland, Osblick Ski Club, everybody making snow again. The weather cooperating for that. All right, as far as natural snow, we've had a couple flurries hit and miss through the morning hours, and we'll continue to see them for the early afternoon. But I do think we're going to start to see more breaks in these clouds. 17 degrees right now in Oconomowoc with a wind chill of 1. Winds out of the northwest at 20 miles per hour. Temperatures not terrible for the middle of January. It's just that wind that adds that bite to the air. 4 degrees the wind chill in Milwaukee. And as we look across southeastern Wisconsin, the temperatures are in the teens everywhere. Lake Geneva at 18 right now. Beaver Dam at 15. Sheboygan at 19. You factor in the wind, it feels like 0 in Beaver Dam. Look at Waukesha. 1 below 0 right now this afternoon. All right, weather headlines. Again, this is a shock to the system. Back to winter after several days well above normal. Chilly northwest winds going to be with us through the rest of the day and even into tonight. Not as strong tonight, but still a good breeze. Then the weekend, we do have a chance of some light snow. Now, Storm 4 Max radar, all morning long, we've had these passing flurries. You can still see them here on the Storm 4 Max radar. This is really light, though, from the north side of Milwaukee all the way up through Washington County, Ozaukee County, a couple snowflakes in the air. As we widen the view, you have lake effect snow on the other side of Lake Michigan. It's that strong northwest wind, that perfect fetch for them to see lake effect snow, and the snow machine is on for communities in lower Michigan. All right, future forecast. Let's go through it. Cold front pass through. Yeah, we feel it. Windy conditions as we head on into this afternoon and evening continue. Now, overnight tonight, I think the winds do subside a little bit. High pressure starts to fill in, and high pressure eventually should start to break apart the clouds a little bit. Now, during the day on Thursday, with high pressure positioned to the north of us, I think we will have a partly cloudy sky here. As we head into Thursday night, the clouds will start to increase again out ahead of this weak disturbance to the north, but we're really going to focus our attention on this guy down to the south, and eventually he's going to give us a chance of light snow. That'll be on Saturday. Until then, things should remain quiet here in southeastern Wisconsin. This is 9:30 a.m. Friday morning. All is quiet. Again, this will take its time, and I think the bulk of it stays to the south of us on Saturday. All right, your forecast for the remainder of today. High temperature of 24. It's going to take a little bit of sun to get there. If we stay cloudy, we're going to be stuck probably in the upper teens. Mostly to partly cloudy skies, breezy and cold. For tonight, a low temperature of 15 tonight, inland 10. Wind chills tonight, -5 to 5 above. Here's your 7-day forecast on Thursday, 27. 34 on Friday, a little bit warmer, but more clouds again. There's our light snow chance on Saturday. We'll keep an eye on it. Right now, it looks to be just minor snow accumulation, maybe a nuisance enough to make roads a little bit slippery on Saturday, so keep that in mind. 35 on Sunday, partly cloudy, 37 on Monday, and then back up to 40 degrees on Tuesday. So this cold snap, pretty short-lived here in southeastern Wisconsin. Vince and Elise.
All right, Brian, Cedarburg's ice skating rink, though, is done for the season after people ignored signs to stay off the ice when the weather was really warm.
Now, despite the signs, barricades, and caution tape, as you can see, some people still went on the ice at Cedar Creek. Now, the rink's liner is ruined. The city says it would take a month to get a new liner this size. By the time crews could get the rink up and running, winter would almost be over.
It's done. It's been done for about a week and a half now.
What would your message be to those who ruined the fun for some other people?
Well, I just ask for future years that they listen to our procedures out here so that we can avoid this from happening again next year.
Now, Cedarburg plans to purchase a new liner and reopen the rink next winter. Coming up, the popular winter baseball event that is already all sold out.
And celebratory concert. We're going to sit down in studio with a local dance company recognizing 15 years of service.
Well, this week marks a special anniversary for a local dance company that mentors and empowers young girls. Signature Dance Company is celebrating 15 years with a concert. Co-founder Maleko Osai joins us now to talk about this weekend's event. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me. We appreciate it. I appreciate it.
So you started Signature Dance Company 15 years ago with your friends. Why? Why the need for it?
So Takia Sellers, Desiree Colcroft, and myself, we wanted to have an outlet to dance. We all danced in church. We all enjoyed it, but we didn't have a way to do it within the community. So we decided to start it ourselves, and we did it with 5 adults. And we didn't know 15 years later it would be what we've made it, what it has become.
Over the 15 years, what have you seen? What do you feel that it has done for the community?
So we have mentored young girls throughout the community. We've allowed them to come in and take professional dance classes, and we've given them mentorship through our groups where we have older company members have different mentorship groups where they are allowed to meet with the young girls. They set goals with the young girls. They do fun things with the young girls. We have retreats every year where they get to come and be empowered. They get to come and know that they're worth it. We help to build their self-esteem, and then we also help to keep them moving because, again, it is a dance company.
I think what is so interesting about your organization is that mentorship component. Why is that so important?
It's so important because there are a lot of things out in the community that aren't helping young people. They're hurting young people. So we want to be a part of the solution in the community. We all grew up here in Milwaukee. We all have ties to the community. We've all worked with young people our entire lives. And so it's important to us to give back to people who have given to us and to keep the ball rolling, to pay it forward. Because there's so many things that they could be doing other than something that's positive. So we want to give them something positive to do.
So let's get to your event that is on Saturday.
Yes.
What can families who attend, what can they expect to see?
So we're going to be celebrating, as you said, 15 years. So we're going to do some choreography that we've done 15, 14, 13 years ago. But you're going to see young people doing it. Some of the girls in our dance company weren't even born when we started the company.
Wow.
So it's going to be amazing to see the old choreography, our choreography on new little bodies. So that's one thing you can expect. It's always uplifting. It's always heartwarming. It's great for the entire family. Regardless of the age group, everyone will enjoy it.
Well, thank you so much for coming in, Malika. And for information on how to get tickets to the event, just head to our website, tmj4.com. Coming up, the local attraction opening a little late, but finally open this weekend, and how you can get your hands on one of these 3 unique Bucks hats for free.
Well, fans are going to have a chance to get their hands on 3 exclusive giveaway caps from the Milwaukee Bucks. All were created by locals. This strap back was designed by Bucks rookie Dante DiVincenzo. Former Bucks star Desmond Mason decided to go with the alternate logo, and UW-Milwaukee student Kelsey Robinson going with the old purple look. You can head to tmj4.com/links to see when each giveaway will be this season. So bad news for Brewers fans who have not already bought tickets to Brewers on Deck. They're gone. The event is sold out. It is the first time the event has sold out before it happens. Brewers on Deck will take place on January 27th at the Wisconsin Center. So
what's the status of it?
There you go. There you go.
The ice castles in Lake Geneva are expected to open on Saturday. They were originally scheduled to open tomorrow, but that was delayed because of rain and warmer temperatures. Now, this is the first time since 2016 that castles are making an appearance in Wisconsin. They were previously located in the Wisconsin Dells. For more information on how to get tickets, head to tmj4.com. So the 2 years I've been here, I've heard about these castles, but they were gone. So I haven't been able to see them.
Right, they back.
Live at 12:30 is up next, including the reason President Trump is threatening to cut FEMA funding to California.
Also, the Packers' new head coach, what we're expected to learn about the hire today.
Right now, from Milwaukee, this is today's TMJ4 live at 12:30.
Now at 12:30, Packers fans will get to meet and hear from the Packers' new head coach just in a couple of hours here. That new head coach is Matt LaFleur, untested as a head coach, but comes from the Tennessee Titans as their offensive coordinator.
Joining us now with what we can expect to learn when the team introduces LaFleur this afternoon, Lance Allen and Delaney Bry. They are live from Lambeau. Hey, guys.
Hi, Elise, and hi, Vince, and we bring in Delaney Bryan. Delaney, I find it interesting that if the Packers went with the hot, young offensive coordinator angle, they definitely got it. And consider this, Washington's staff in 2013, Mike Shanahan is the head coach. On his staff, future head coach Sean McVay, future head coach Kyle Shanahan, and now future head coach, very soon to be the head coach of the Green Bay Packers, Matt LaFleur. Makes you wonder why Washington wasn't better in 2013, but hey, they all learned under Mike Shanahan.
And I think it was interesting when you saw Sean McVay go to the Rams that he brought Matt LaFleur with him, and the only reason he let him go was because the Titans promised him that he could make the play calls. So very interesting to see there. And I kind of think about it now, you know, Sean McVay very happy that obviously LaFleur got this job, but he's probably like, I miss my friend.
Yeah, definitely. No doubt about it. And the Rams getting ready for a playoff game, but Sean McVay definitely wanted to give a shout out to the Packers organization and say Matt LaFleur is a brilliant hire.
That's awesome. You know, I talked to Matt, you know, when he was going into interview, and, you know, Matt's obviously, he's one of my closest friends. So to see that for him, you couldn't be more excited. He's a great football coach. Got a great understanding from offensive football. Really a very, you know, he's just such a great guy where, you know, cares about people. He's going to be honest with his communication, and then he's going to be invested in working really hard and trying to help put guys in good spots. But when you see those types of things, you know, you can't do anything but just be really happy for a close friend. You know, I love his family, his wife Bree, his two boys, Ty and Luke. So it's an exciting thing for the Packers and for Matt for sure.
Now, it's kind of funny. He keeps saying close friend, and that's what we're hearing from the national media because everybody wants to criticize, you know, who they hire as a head coach, and everybody's saying that now it's like a prerequisite is, are you friends with Sean McVay? Okay, you're hired. And we laugh about it now, and people want to point it out, but hey, it may work in the end. We never know.
His wife's name definitely works in Green Bay. Bree, name of a cheese. Yeah, I don't mean to demean her, but yeah, that is kind of interesting. And you have Ty and Luke, so Sean McVay, he is very good with names. For Delaney Bry, I'm Lance Allen. Live at Lambeau Field. Vince, Elise, back to you guys.
Way to bring it back to the cheese. All right, thanks, Lance.
Storm Team 4 coverage now. Meteorologist Brian Niznansky with the first look at our forecast.
Yeah, me and the coach go way back too.
Yeah, do you? Right.
Not
you know,
at all.
Good
No
man.
insight on my
Couple of
part.
great kids over there, Niznansky.
Absolutely. He wouldn't step foot around my kids, that's for sure. All right, Milwaukee County right now across southeastern Wisconsin. Temperatures in the teens. It is cold out there this morning and through the early afternoon. We have not warmed up much at all. In fact, we've been sitting at 19 degrees for the past several hours as we look across southeastern Wisconsin. Watertown at 16, Racine at 18, Port Washington at 19. You factor in the wind and feels a lot colder. That wind is still biting out of the northwest at 1 below zero, the wind chill right now in Waukesha. Also, we've had some flurries, but they appear to be somewhat dissipating. The trend is kind of diminishing here across southeastern Wisconsin, especially at some flurries up towards Mequon. Now, as we widen the view a little bit here, you can see there's some good lake effect snow on the other side of Lake Michigan. I think as the afternoon goes on, we should start to see a few more peaks of sunshine that should help warm temperatures hopefully into the lower 20s. It's not looking too promising if we keep this cloud cover, but if we see a few peaks of sun, we should bump into the lower 20s, eventually back into the teens tonight. We'll let you know how low we go tonight, how long this cold weather is going to stick around here. Coming up in your forecast in a few minutes, Vince and Elise.
All right, Brian, President Trump plans to host congressional leaders from both parties today as they try to end the partial government shutdown, which is now in its 19th day.
The president continues to demand funding for the border wall. He refuses to sign a spending bill that does not include money to pay for the border wall. Democrats, meanwhile, also not budging. They called on the president to reopen the government and then work to resolve differences over border security. The president is set to visit the U.S.-Mexico border tomorrow. The president targeting FEMA funding for deadly wildfires in California. President Trump tweeting today he's ordered FEMA to stop spending money to the state for wildfire recovery unless, quote, they get their act together. He blames improper forest management for last year's deadly fires. Wildfires ravaged parts of the state, killing dozens of people and wiping out communities.
A new court filing has just revealed that former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort shared polling data with an alleged Russian operative during the 2016 presidential race. The information was accidentally revealed in a filing by Manafort's own lawyers. The accusation could prove important evidence in Robert Mueller's probe into potential coordination between the Trump campaign and the Kremlin. Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein is planning to leave the Department of Justice. Rosenstein expected to leave his position once William Barr is confirmed as Attorney General. He has maintained oversight over Special Counsel Robert Mueller's probe on Russia's meddling into the 2016 election. He has come under some fire from President Trump for appointing Mueller to lead the investigation. Still ahead, we'll take a look at the markets this afternoon.
And Chicago, the local theater group putting on the hit musical this weekend, and a closer look at how much work goes into such a big production.
Welcome back. Quick look at the markets right now. Dow Jones Industrial Average is nearing 24,000 again. It's at 24,937, up 150 points so far today. The Nasdaq at 69.72, up 75 points, and the S&P 500 up 15 to 25.90. The hit musical Chicago returns to the stage here in southeast Wisconsin this weekend. Greendale Community Theater opens its 2-weekend run tomorrow night. Stephanie Stasek is the choreographer for the production, and she joins us this afternoon to tell us a little bit about it. Great to see you, Stephanie.
Great to see you as well.
So Greendale Community Theater does great work. We'll get a little bit more into that in general in a moment. But first, for those who maybe aren't familiar with the show, everybody's heard of it, but give us the quick synopsis.
Oh, a quick synopsis is that it's actually Chicago the Musical is based on a play, which is based on actual women who were accused of these murders back in the 20s in the Jazz Age, who ended up becoming celebrities because of it, because the press would paint them as these redeemable